So you've finished your paper. At last. At last you're done. Or are you? In fact, there is one final step you must complete before turning your paper in. The acknowledgement and response. The acknowledgement and response might not seem like they go together. In reality, these two separate entities form two essential halves of your paper. The acknowledgement and response is most effective in your conclusion. However, be careful not to fall into several dangerous pitfalls when writing your acknowledgement and response. For instance, suppose you are arguing that apples are better than oranges. There we have misacknowledgement and misresponse. Remember that though there are two people here, you will write both sides.
I guess some people might think that oranges are better than fruits.
But these people are totally wrong. Apples are where it's at.
Why is this bad? Well, the acknowledgement section does not go into detail as to why someone might prefer oranges to apples. To have a strong acknowledgement, one must address specifics of the opposing argument. In addition, the response is very weak. When responding to the opposing argument, one must address the specific points raised in the acknowledgement section and tear the argument apart. Here, watch this revised acknowledgement and response and see if you spot any differences.
Though apples are clearly the superior fruit, some might argue that oranges, due to their cheery color, tart flavor, and delightful rind, are in fact a better fruit than apples.
However, although some might believe that oranges are superior based on their aesthetic appeal, true fruit experts know that a fruit's appeal extends far below its surface. Therefore, the apple, with its numerous health benefits and general wholesomeness, clearly outshines the orange, making it the better fruit.
So let's say this is your paper. Problem statement belongs here, your body paragraph here, and for the most effectiveness, have your acknowledgement and response portion at the conclusion section. Here are some possible responses. However, this theory can explain this fails to take into account this initial state is erroneous because the following are the possible acknowledgement formats. At first glance, it may seem like some critics may say, but finally, many people believe. A little rap to wrap it up.
When you've argued all your points and cited all your text and you're sitting at your computer wondering what comes next?
When your paper's almost complete, want to tie up your essay real neat, and you feel you've done your best, but what comes next?
What comes next? Time to acknowledge the other side. Now you can't just crawl in a hole and hide.
No!
Gotta acknowledge the opposing view, the idea that someone might disagree with you. So here's what you do.
You acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Respond.
Gotta make sure your readers don't get conned. You acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Respond. Don't let your logic fall into the pond.
So you pick out the other points, the ones that conflict. Don't stress over the challenge. You can handle it. Then you pick it apart, point by point, show their arguments every error, its every disjoint.
So you acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Respond.
Wave your magic literary wand. When you acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Respond.
Get it right so you don't get shoned.
So you've shown the other side just to prove it exists, shown everything your opponent missed.
So it's time to start phase 2 of this.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Response.
Go ahead and take the chance.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And response.
Response. It ain't no big deal. You got that too, that nonchalance.
So now it's time to end this rhyme. Let's recap.
Go!
When your argument's complete, want to end it real sweet, it's time to acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
And respond.
Respond.
And I'll put my head on after this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That was so terrible. Can we just use it though? I don't want to do it again.